Hello everybody. Here's a new deck called New Rolls. It's part of the early access event here on a special VIP client for Wizards of the Coast set up for the Twitch and YouTube streamers. This is Travis. You're at Tpull's Corner. Wilds of Eldraine. The set list is WOE, and we're supposed to fill WoE for Eldraine because Phyrexia messed up that entire plane pretty bad. Killed the king and queen, left most of the land in ruins. I wanted to explore roles a little bit. There's a young hero role, there's a wicked role, there's a sorcerer role, a royal, cursed, and monster. Most of them involved enchanted creature getting +1, +1, as long as they have the aura on it. The young hero actually gets a +1/+1 counter. But some of the cards, I noticed, they have sort of a disadvantage. They'll give you the Wicked curse on your own card. Or sorry, the cursed one. The enchanted creature has base power and toughness 1/1. So a lot of your 3/3 creatures turn into 1/1s as you bring them in. And you need to figure out how to get around that. And I found a way in the mono white deck to get around that. I used another enchantment, Meticulous Excavation from Brothers War. 4 lands up front, huh? Alright. Here's Spellbook Vendor, 2/2 with Vigilance. At the beginning of your combat turn, you can pay an extra mana, and you get to attach a Sorcerer rule. So +1/+1, and whenever it attacks, you get to scry. And if all we're going to do is get lands, we're going to be in trouble. We do have a couple of protective parents. When they die, you create a young hero role token attached to another target creature. We're going to let that thing come through. In the meantime, I expect him to kill the vendor. There you go. And this is, we're late at night, we're near the end. I don't know how much longer we'll be able to keep the matches going. But my experience is they stop using Eldraine cards the closer we get to the end. They just want to win for some reason. So they're using, Brothers War cards, Dominaria United cards, during an event when what we really want to do is show off the Eldraine cards. And it doesn't matter how many times Wizards of the Coast tells them, oh, we want you to play mostly Eldraine cards. We want you to show off the set. There might be 2 or 3 Eldraine cards in here eventually. There we go. There's one that I have. Create a cursed roll. They attach it to the Evolved Sleeper. That's a good workaround, right? Because they can pump this up. So what does it matter to do it a 1/1? And make that a 4/3. Okay. Let's see. What can we do here? We've got a Cursed Courtier, but we can't get rid of our cursed one yet. We can if we die. If the protective parents die. So they let the protective parents through. If the protective parents die and we get the young hero roll token, we can put it on this creature. The curse token will fade away. It will go away. The new aura token supersedes it. You're not allowed to stack the same auras, or the same player's not allowed to stack auras. If our opponent could stick an aura on here, you could have 2 aura tokens as long as the opponent has 1 of them. Do we wait for them to decide what they're going to do? They'll probably just kill the Courtier. They're acting like they have a blue spell, though. It shouldn't be this hard. I think we're going to get kicked off the server.
last is too
Okay.
late. To quell my people's dire times call for dire tactics.
We'll have to attack the Planeswalker.
I will not be humiliated again.
This is like Phyrexian Arena, in a sense. Draw a card, lose a point.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
Beseech the Mirror. They get rid of the aura roll that's a problem for them. And they bring out a Shieldred. Of course you do. Mythic rare, not Eldraine, not Eldraine. And I can't get past it because I didn't include a lot of other stuff. And so now they'll probably just sit back and let Shieldred do all the work, like all the boring stuff we normally sit through in the standard regular meta.
You wish to know my secrets?
They do have some Eldraine cards, though.
Very
They got
well.
Lord Skitter's Blessing, they're using Mosswood Dread Knight, they got Spiteful Hexmage, they got Beseech the Mirror. So they got kind of like half and half. But it's kind of like, if you've got Sorin and Shieldred, it's really a Shieldred deck, for the most part. The rest of this just doesn't matter. I mean, if we were doing Eldraine to Eldraine, the only thing that's stopping us is Shieldred. That's all there is to it. I do have some cards in here that are removal based, but I went very small on those. Their discard doesn't do any good. Another Evolved Sleeper. Okay, there we go. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Let's get rid of Shieldred. Let's give a Wicked roll to that one. And then we can attack with all three of these against Sorin. Finally. Notice the removal card, though, is an Eldraine card. They save Sorin. Everybody who had a Wicked Aura loses a life. The opponent loses a life, so we each lost one.
You will serve me well.
And we're still knocking our heads against the wall trying to get at Sorin after all this time. They've, because of Lord Skitter's Blessing, they've got so much ammo built up. And they can bring these down too, and these are recyclable. They can block everything I have. We'll pay 2. We'll go ahead and give... Oh, they get it. Go ahead and attack. I think they can just chump block with these, play the adventures, and then start bringing them back next turn. But we do get to do that. And let's see, the hero roll. 3 or less. That's fine. We just do the 1. Yep, they got rid of it before we could lose the aura. Not an Eldraine removal spell. And we're still basically fighting against Sorin and Shieldred for the most part. Oh, there's a Liliana,
Nothing
another
on
mythic rare
Innistrad
from somewhere
is
else.
free.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're dead now. Oh, Beseech the Mirror again, instead of Liliana. Oh, they just go get their next Shieldred is all. Yeah, like we don't face Liliana and Soren every day. I don't think there's much left for me to do here. I needed to top deck my removal spell. I mean, I guess we can attach that there. And we're done and about to die, because we ran out of ammo.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
This really gave them the card draw advantage that they needed the whole time. We could never build up our forces fast enough to get through things.
Dreamer and sculptor, partners in the... Even the grandest ideas start small.
I guess we could do Spellbook Vendor? Auto pay. Do that. Go after Soren? We get to scry one. Not enough. Scry one. It's just a land, although it is a specialty land. Reckless Fortress. Comes a 1/4 white and black nightmare creature. Whenever it attacks, defended player loses 2 life and gains 2 life. And with their lifelink, they're up above 20. They've got a massive army, a full hand of cards.
You fight for me now.
Mythic rare planeswalkers.
And drink deep of sorrow.
It would have been nice to see without Liliana, Shieldred, and Soren if they just settled for other cards within Eldraine, what it would be more like. They probably still would have won. But this is a little overwhelming. Is he smear yet again? Okay, what else are you going to get besides Shieldred? The other Shieldred? No, it's got to be 4 less. It can't be 5. They want to put it into the battlefield. We search for Bushwhack. Okay, because they just want to kill him. Okay, good. Let's get the torture over with. If I had $1 for every Shieldred that I was facing on an early access event, I would be so rich right now. We're still around. I was going to try and see if the rolls would work with the Legendary Advisor, but I don't think they do, because they don't have any mana cost. This is Swayze, well-known YouTuber. I like the decks he comes up with. Oh, don't kill me, bro! Got me! Okay. I'd like to have something else in the field besides just Protective Parents. But he can't get rid of it with Witch's Vanity. He'll have to use something else for removal. Skrell's Hive. I don't think I bothered to do anything against enchantments here. Let's go ahead and pay the 1. We'll put it on Protect the Parents. We will attack. That allows us to scry. I like the idea of being able to get something back from the graveyard. You get the Wicked, becomes a 2/2. If it goes into the graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. That's a nice little combo to match up the rolls with Skrell's Hive. And they have lots of tokens now, don't they? What do we want to do? How about mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield? And let's attach a sorcerer roll to this one. And I think we'll just decline for the rest. We'll go ahead and attack with both of those. We get to scry 1. And we like the original scry, so that's fine. This one has the hero one. You have to attack first to get the +1/+1 counter attached to it. Another enchantment. They create a food token. Wormlet has Death Touch, which is not good for me. Let's see. Yeah, we'll put this down. Okay, we'll auto pay. We'll get rid of the curse token here and replace it with a sorcerer token. And I think we just go ahead and attack with everybody we've got. That one finally gets the +1. We've got an unassuming Sage already in hand. Let's try and get something else. Break the spell, yes. That way we can get rid of something here. These are food, not treasure, right? So you're tapped out, so you can't pay to sacrifice anything. Just chump blocks with one thing. Elvish Archivist becomes a 4/5. They need 7 to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They need 1 more to sacrifice that. Do I get rid of Skrell's Hive instead? Why would I bother? They don't even... they have 2 now, so that's not so big a deal anymore. Do you have enough stuff? They're going through their whole hand. Okay, I think we actually get rid of Knight of Sweet's Revenge. I really wanted a 5th land. They've got a 7/8. I guess we stop? They're just going to get to build everything up. If I can get 1 more land, I can get rid of the Archivist at least. They've just got so many tokens they can sacrifice. dig through their deck for a better answer. Yes. Thank you. Creature we control, we get a Wicked. Let's see, what does the Wicked do? Put into opponent loses 1 life. Let's do that to Protective Parents. And now we attack with everybody. Another unassuming Sage. That's like all of them. I don't know what else I should be looking for. Maybe that. They could chump block 3 of these. 1 and 2. They have to block 1 more. There goes the vendor. No, not the vendor. The courtier. The one that has lifelink. That makes sense. Get rid of my ability to increase my own life at this point. Did he concede, or did he actually lose points of life somewhere? That happened so fast, I don't know. I don't think there's anything in here where you lose life points, is there? Oh well. There we go. This one's going to be a little short because we're getting so near the end of the event. I don't really want to be cut off in the middle. So let me just pull up the deck. If you like the way it's put together, let me show you what originally I was thinking, though, with the Legendary Advisor. That's why it's on the deck sleeve. Let's see. Color equals white. Advisor aura. When I heard about enchantment aura rolls originally, I thought of this creature, Lightpaw's Emperor's Voice. When an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, search for something with mana value less than or equal to that aura with a different name. The problem is the aura rolls are 0 mana, so it doesn't. There's nothing you can really have that's a 0 aura for anywhere else in Magic the Gathering that you can bring in and put on Lightpaws. So I was starting off thinking about, oh, you know, I heard they were going to do auras. Maybe they've expanded and they can actually do something more with Emperor's Voice, because this is a card that doesn't have a lot of aura support. But they did exactly the worst possible thing in terms of support for Lightpaws in the way that they designed these aura rolls. So they're completely useless to Lightpaws. So I guess I'm still looking to go into Historic to create better decks for this Fox Advisor. But that's why originally she was on the deck sleeve. You know, now I would probably guess, let's see, what should we do? Spellbook Vendor really was a big hero there. So we'll save that. Let me go ahead and show off the rest of the deck again real quick. We didn't have one special card show up, the Ariad of the Charmed Apple. There at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life and you gain life, where X is the number of auras you control. So that would have been probably sped things up quite a bit. We had 4 of the Shatter of the Oaths to destroy target creature or enchantment. Equate the Wicked roll onto a target creature. And I think we, here, this one's the Royal roll that gets +1/+1 and Ward 1. So we got Wicked and Royal. We got another Royal there with Besotted Knight. Archon of the Wild Rose. Other creatures you control enchanted by auras have base power and toughness 4/4 and have flying. We got the Cursed Courtier that gives you the Curse token. The Young Hero for the Protective Parents. And over here for the Spellbook Bender, the Sorcerer roll. So I don't think that Wizards intended for us to be using all of the different rolls in one deck. I think that they want you to do like, oh, a Young Hero and a Sorcerer roll deck, or, you know, a Wicked and a Cursed roll deck, that kind of thing. But I knew that this was the end of the event, and I knew I only had one more chance. So I basically cobbled representatives as much as I could find from 2 colors, and found all the rolls and put together the deck with that in mind. And it did work out okay. We have things like Spiteful Hexmage that comes in with the Cursed roll, so the 3/2 turns into a 1/1, or if you put it on another creature, you know, if I had put it on my Spellbook Vendor, the 2/2 would have turned into a 1/1. But because you have all these different options, Like here at the beginning of every combat your turn, you have a chance to add a sorcerer roll. So if you plan it out and balance your deck correctly, it doesn't matter for the Spiteful Heckmage that handicaps you, the Cursed Courtier, which handicaps you with the cursed roll as well. It's kind of easy to add in other cards to get other rolls and replace those cursed rolls pretty quickly. And so that's don't be turned off by the idea of the Courtier coming in as a 1/1 or the Spiteful Heckmage coming in as a 1/1, or maybe having to throw maybe you could just throw that back on a Cursed Courtier that you already have if you haven't gotten rid of that one yet. So it doesn't really change anything in the board state for a turn. But there are so many different ways to attach different rolls in this expansion set that I think you can use the ones that you would consider to be negative, the ones that make you use cursed rolls on your own creatures, and I think you can get over that pretty fast. So I like the deck the way it's put together. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about having this kind of roll tribal deck. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to change that. That's what the deck's going to be called from now on. Roll tribal or tribal roll? Yeah, roll tribal. Keep it there. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Eldraine set in as general, if you've got an impression from the games that you've watched, if you're excited for what's coming our way, if you're looking forward to playing with these cards. If you've got complaints about it already, if you're seeing stuff you don't like, I am interested to hear what those kind of feedback is. So, like I said, go ahead and leave a comment. And thanks, everybody. Again, this was Travis from Tpull's Corner. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for letting me come and play for this early access event on the client server, along with all these other esteemed Twitch and YouTube content creators. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.